Hello, my name is Anitarky and don't forget to subscribe and comment. The main character Takaya has a childhood friend and her name is Rai. It seems that she is working as a maid and is serving under him. However, she is very cold and rude to him despite that he's okay with it and doesn't punish her. I guess he liked being verbally abused. Comment below if you two keep up in school. His friends made fun of him and refer to her as his wife, yet that she always brought him lunch. According to my observation, they still don't know that she is working as his maid anyway. She looks very angry and upset when they called her his wife, plus she also roasts him like always. By the way, when they were little they both get along well and always play together. She even told him that she wants to become his girlfriend when she is an adult. However, due to an unknown reason, her attitude towards him completely changed and it seems like she is having her period all the damn time. Well, the Excalibur treatment and a protein shake. He will definitely change her later anyway. She has balls. Wait, she doesn't have any anyway. She even dared to kick him in the back so he can quickly travel to her car. His father AP apologizes to him for his action, but she doesn't give a. Usually during the weekend she wakes him up since he has some plans with his classmate later. Although she is very rude to him, he is quite efficient in his work because after everything is finished he is going to meet his classmate, and she is going to clean her room at the same time. He realized that he had forgotten his phone in his room, so he was going to get it. I didn't know that forgetting your phone is a canon event, so is locking the door. When you're out of her room, you find she's doing a solo let's play on her bed while she smells her clothes. No, he has no idea why the hell he is doing that now, but he is watching his game in 4K and he is the only viewer when he was watching his live stream. Other M called, another who surprised him and has no choice but to enter her room. As a result, her solo let's play was interrupted by him and she is very surprised. Seeing it, I bet my melons on the editor who didn't see it coming. Well, she will see that later. She wants to know if he is looking at her right now. She only told him that she forgot to take the phone and she didn't see much. However, she knew that he was lying, as her Excalibur is ready for battle and will break free from her scabbard despite being trapped in 4K. She looks very calm and cold as always. She even tries to change the whole situation and roast him for being so. A man of culture who definitely pissed him off now, so he's going to give him the perfect punishment. What a fucking surprise he wants. He wants her to clean his Excalibur in a climate-friendly way, and at the same time be able to close it face up and he wouldn't have to listen to her rude comments. Two guys can also do the same thing in real life, since I do the same thing to my editor, and it is very effective. Move on. He told her that she has to take responsibility for staining his bed and making his Excalibur angry since she is to blame this time. She has no choice but to accept this result and starts cleaning her Excalibur slowly, while therefore she is still very rude to him and insults him as usual. He was already done with her and immediately used his almighty Excalibur to silence her deeply. As expected, it is very effective and peace was restored after a while. He feels that he will be paid at the beginning of this month, so he deposited a large amount of fresh international currency. I didn't expect that in her, but in reality she stored everything without wasting a single drop. The editor should learn from her. By the way, that doesn't seem like a punishment to me. She also thought the same and roasted him for having eaten coal before using a protein explosion. He's not going to let that go, so he slides his Excalibur through his twin mountains due to a natural biological response. She's feeling it now and continues to release royalty-free audio, although she tries to remain composed and calm. He can. I see through his facade since his dungeon is experiencing a monsoon season now. Despite all that, she is still very rude to him. I don't understand what her problem is. Maybe she can't be honest with her feelings. Anyway, he gave her an all-natural organic face mask and managed to summon a great flood from his dungeon. Although he has used Protein Blast twice, his Excalibur is still strong and ready for battle, so he told her it was time to explore the dungeon. He suddenly realized that he might have gone too far with his punishment. However, when he is thinking about it, she suddenly pushed him down. After that, she is going to start a new co-opus game and it is the Bounce Simulator Edition M. Just so you know, you can't find that on Steam anyway. This is her first time playing this game, so she is moving slowly. He tries to make fun of her and by the way, she politely asked him to shut up. Although he is a beginner in dungeon exploration, he did not use any protective equipment because is rich as fuck still moving forward. It seems like they are running fast in this game, so he used Protein Blast after a while. Her quick retreat game is good as he managed to retreat from her dungeon at the last second and then she mocked him for using Quick Draw. However, she doesn't realize that he is the Protein Man. Now no one makes fun of the Protein Man and gets away with it, so he will show her the power of his Excalibur and continue the punishment as usual. He is punishing everyone of it as if her life depends on it, despite generating a large amount of water that is enough to solve the water scarcity problem in Africa. She still does not want to admit that she is actually enjoying this process. It seems that she is still proud and he doesn't want to be honest, even though the punishment must continue, and as usual his retreat game is strong, so he used protein blast outside his dungeon. I guess you don't have to worry about any work-related accidents after the punishment is over. You finally achieved post-protein enlightenment and realized you made a mistake. You knew they were going to cancel you for abusing your authority. However, she doesn't talk about it and concentrates on cleaning the bed. He is very surprised by her action and shudders not to question her further. She left the room in a hurry after that. It seems like she is very tired and her face is blushing. If only she could be honest with him for once. Anyway, this is the summary of the second part. Now that he is little, she always protects him from those who want to take advantage of him. He is having a nightmare where Henry leaves him, and when he wakes up he remembered the incident from yesterday and assumed that she is very angry with him. Apparently, like if he couldn't find the right moment to apologize to her when he passed by the kitchen, he saw Amory preparing the food and he realized that she is in a good mood. I mean, yesterday he got the best protein cake. Why would he be in a bad mood, by the way? The editor is the same as her moves on. She shows an expression that he has never seen before, since she is always in a bad mood, and see him he wants to scream. He apologizes. However, he couldn't find the courage to do it because he is afraid that they will argue again. Meanwhile, she is having a monologue and he finds out that she can't be honest with her feelings either. His lunch was actually made by her and she is lying to him all this time because he knew that their feelings are mutual too, so he walked into the kitchen and gave her a hug from behind. She took her by surprise and quickly told her this is lunch. It is not for him. He does not believe their nonsense and starts taking his daily dose of water from his sacred channel, since it is healthy to drink 3 cups of water after waking up. He is taking help from his sacred channel and, in fact, he got a lot. Holy water. Suddenly their mother came into the kitchen and that surprised them. When she is talking to her mother, he does not stop his search to get the holy water and continues to cultivate his sacred channel. Fortunately, his mother does not find anything unusual and leaves them alone afterwards. Who wants to pay her since she has been making him lunch the entire time, so he will give her a high protein breakfast and starts exploring her dungeon since it is more efficient to provide her with breakfast that way. Coincidentally, that's what I did to the editor every morning too. Anyway, he wants her to become his wife and have a child. She asked him to stop since he is the head of the family and she is just a lowly servant. However, he doesn't give her about that and confessed his feelings towards her, even though she is still stubborn, and told her that she should find someone suitable for him at the same time. He continued the protein time as usual while telling her that he loved her before she could reach the peak. He suddenly stopped the protein time and asked her consent since it is 2024. Now she told him that she is willing to become his wife and he gave her a lot of creamy and nutritious protein cake as breakfast. You guys should too have that for breakfast since that incident. Her expression and his personality has completely changed. She is no longer rude and cold to him at school. They are both loving each other and their classmates have no idea what is going on. What did I say? Excalibur treatment and protein supplementation can really make a difference. Someone for better. After a few days they also went on a date and he bought her a lot of clothes. He compliments her and that embarrassed her. After a while she told him that they should become his wife and have a child. She asked him to stop since he is the head of the family and she is just a lowly servant. However, he doesn't give her about that and confessed his feelings towards her, even though she is still stubborn, and told her that she should find someone suitable for him at the same time. He continued the protein time as usual while telling her that he loved her before she could reach the peak. He suddenly stopped the protein time and asked her consent since it is 2024. Now she told him that she is willing to become his wife and he gave her a lot of creamy and nutritious protein cake as breakfast. You guys should too have that for breakfast since that incident. Her expression and his personality has completely changed. She is no longer rude and cold to him at school. They are both loving each other and their classmates have no idea what is going on. What did I say? Excalibur treatment and protein supplementation can really make a difference. Someone for better. After a few days they also went on a date and he bought her a lot of clothes. He compliments her and that embarrassed her. After a while she told him that they should take a break somewhere. What a surprise. She really brought him to a sacred sanctuary. He is trying to restrain himself from taking the protein time since it is their first date. However, she doesn't care about that and starts the healthy protein time. At this moment, he suddenly remembered that Henry was cold. Just a few days ago he couldn't believe that she is the same person now and that she is helping her Excalibur as if her life depended on it. He told her that her skill gauge is about to fill, so she stopped her helping hand and gave it to him. He has full access to her dungeon. It seems like she's being honest right now. That's some good character development. Anyway, they took a lot of protein time during their break and he gave her plenty of tasty protein shake so that she is not exhausted all day long after a few weeks. While she was cleaning the garden, her mother called her and asked her to make preparations for wedding. It seems that she is going to marry him after all. That's a happy and healthy ending. Right there, well, that's the end of my summary of this very wholesome cultural anime.